Hi, everybody. My name is Professor Ashley King. I am a lecturer here in the Haslam College of Business at the University of Tennessee. And I'm talking to you today just to explain what I love about Lucid and what my students are learning from it. So, I've been teaching with Lucid for about 2 years now. And before that, I used products like Microsoft Visio to accomplish the same goal. But I just wanted to come and tell you, frankly, why Lucid is better and why students are more engaged and why the learning is growing in leaps and bounds off the page as we've used it as a tool. To show you, I could sit here and talk to you all day, but I'd rather show you because in academia, we love when people just show us things. So I'm going to walk you through 3 activities that I do with my students. Now, it's a little different because I have different types of classes. So the first class that I'm going to introduce you to is a big class. The first assignment that I want to show you is we do in a class of 1100 here at the University of Tennessee. So these students are in an asynchronous course for half the week, and the other half of the week, they're in live labs. So that means by live, I mean it could be synchronous online, or it could be that they're sitting in a face-to-face classroom. But that's the part of my class where we engage students with Lucid Chart for the first time. And the first time that I'm engaging students with the tool, they're looking at it from the perspective of an ERD. And I always use Lucid as part of group work. It helps students engage. It helps them to be able to work in the software and communicate at the same time. My favorite part of Lucid from the standpoint of group dynamics is the concurrent update feature. So I teach my students to hop into Lucid and share their ideas. I'll show them how to share the document using a code. They can use a join ID and just hop right in. And as you can see, this is one that's been shared by a lot of different people in my 1100 person class. So they'll hop in with their group, make a copy of this, and then edit it as a group on their own. All this is a very simplistic template for an entity relationship diagram. And students start the conversation in Google Sheets trying to figure out data that restaurants or grocery stores are keeping about their customers or their inventory. So students have done some back work in Google Sheets, and Google Sheets is great. It has a concurrent update feature, and I just want them to continue that journey of being able to work together on the same document. So Lucid is a natural fit for that. Visio and other products that are out there, they don't work that way. Students can't hop in and work in the same document at the same time. So this is a really, really basic idea in the College of Business, but it gets students engaged with each other and promotes group learning environment. So this is an assignment that I really, really enjoy, especially with my introductory database class. Now I have another class too. All of my classes aren't just 1100. I have smaller sections. What I'm going to show you now is my first day activity for my business process class. So my business process students are 1 year higher level than my introductory students. So typically they're second semester juniors, maybe first semester seniors by the time they hit this business processes class. And they've done the introductory activity in the free version of Lucid where they dive in, they know it's concurrent update. But then we use the paid version in my business process class. And as an educator, I'm just going to tell you, I wouldn't teach this from an assessment level without the paid version. And I'm just going to show you the reason why. The reason why I would not teach without this is one feature that is enabled in the paid version that's not in the free version, and it's that revision history. I'm not going to open it on this document for you for FERPA reasons because I don't want you to see all these kids' names, but that version history right there is going to tell me who edited this document and when, and who touched it and how many times, and whether or not it's copied from another source. To me, it's gold. And once you show it to your students, it tells them that you can see their level of engagement. It's great. So the first day that we ever open Lucid in this class, the first thing I do is throw it up on the screen and I say, okay, great. Over here on the left, there's some shapes. Pick one that represents how you feel today. If you can't find one that represents how you feel today, click on more shapes. You'll find one. There's a whole bunch of shapes that you can bring in. And I just tell them to find a shape that represents their feelings about themselves. As you can see, usually they're just squares, but that's okay. And they drag them over and put their name in it. And then we work on making connections. But the big payoff here is that they can all see on the screen at the same time everyone doing the work. So they feel engaged, even though they may or may not be sitting by the person. They may or may not be even be in the same room. We all feel engaged because we can all connect. And then we make connections and do all these fun things. And that's really all I do in class to introduce Lucid. I open it up, show them how to make a shape. I'll run through the menu bar and show them how to change the color, to change the lines. I'll teach them how to change from one type of line to another, but that's it. I don't teach them very much more about the tool. We continue on in our business process class, and they get assigned groups, and they work a lot in groups outside of class. We probably never open Lucid again in class until it's time to assess. But I'll have help videos along the way to help them learn how to find different shapes, so on and so forth. But ultimately, my students are drawing business process diagrams. So if you know what a business process diagram is, you know now you're looking at a DFD. This is what my students ultimately, what their deliverable looks like. They are documenting the process of a business from a scenario, and they do this all by themselves in groups outside of class, and they turn in things that look like this. And it helps me to assess, one, are they able to be what we call technology agnostic? Can you learn a new tool by yourself? Are you capable of doing this? Do you know how to find the help? Do you know how to change the color of the lines? That kind of thing. But also, can you create professional documentation? And they go through a set of a whole bunch of diagrams and create them over the course of the semester. So that's why and how I use Lucid. I'll never go back. The concurrent update sells me. It allows students who are marginalized to participate in the conversation. They don't have to have a certain computer. They don't have to have a certain software package or a certain operating system. It's all done in the cloud. The barriers to entry are so low, and I'm so grateful. If you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm here to help.